Hi guys! Today I have a spotlight for you. I am almost hidden behind this beautiful orchid here, and I want to talk to you a little bit more in depth about this hybrid, and it has been the absolute delight for me to see this one in bloom this month. So this here is my Wrinkle Reeds Bangkok Sunset crossed with Renanthera story. I hope I mentioned that properly. So it's a Vandacious orchid. Renanthera is part of the Vanda families, and the Wrinkle Reeds Bangkok Sunset, I don't remember the parents exactly now, but I will write them below for you. But it's a cross between two Vandacious orchids. So they are monopodious. Like Phalaenopsis, they will have a central axis where we're gonna have one leaf after another one. And like Phalaenopsis as well, we usually tend to have larger leaves at the top, and we have roots growing along the stem and also inside the pot, because these plants, they are epiphyte, which means that they grow on top of trees, tree trunks, and they need a lot of air to circulate around their roots. But they tend to be much larger than Phalaenopsis, however, not as large as the big Vandas, with a great advantage. I have this plant for 3 years now, I think, or 2 years, I'm not sure. And I bought it as a mature orchid, and it has been growing since then. It have never bloomed for me. When it arrived, it came with a flower spike. The flower spike died, so it didn't develop itself. I was very hopeful to see its blooms, but it didn't happen. After that, I've been offering this plant a bright light. It sits here on my windowsill, so I think it's really important that you offer lots of light, since it's a Vandacious type of orchid and they enjoy their bright light to be able to bloom. Another thing is, because it's a large plant and produce a ton of thick roots, I decided to pot it inside these clay pots. This one, I think, is one clay pot from IKEA. I noticed that my Vandacious type orchids, they love to grow in clay pots, at least in my environment. I have lots of bark inside this pot with a little bit of moss, and it has been doing great. Before, it had a outer pot here that was able to keep with some water inside, because clay pot, they evaporate the water pretty quickly. However, I broke the source of this pot, and then now I have to go to the bath and I have to spray water, like a shower, this orchid very well inside the pot, because otherwise it's dehydrated very quickly, especially during summertime. Because now it's in bloom, it's very important when your plant is in bloom that you don't leave it dehydrated, otherwise your blooms can go away, can be spent. Then what would happen if you have water and if you keep your plant hydrated all the time? I noticed that it bloomed now that's autumn here, so imagine the flower spike was probably being produced during the end of summer to autumn. It gave me a ton of blooms that I'm gonna give you close-ups. These blooms, they are not fragrant. They have zero fragrance. I've heard that the Bangkok Sunset have some sort of fragrance. I'm not sure. This one has none, so don't buy it for its fragrance. However, the flowers are gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. I think it's a mix of color of both. It has this sort of orange, pink, yellow, and red, exactly like it's very warm tones. So the lips pink, we have a bright center, like a little bit of yellow, then a very dark orange that culminates on some sort of red at the top of the petals and sepals. And as I said, the flowers are not large, but the color is beautiful and produce like this tone of this amazing fluorescence, or this kind of flower spike with a ton of tiny flowers. They are still opening and I cannot wait to have it as a full display. It has been a joy to grow this plant. It doesn't demand much. The only thing that you cannot forget is to fertilize. I have slow release fertilizer inside this pot, and I also fertilize it from time to time. Sometimes I forget, so that's why I use the slow release fertilizer. And again, to water very well, because if you grow them hanging in baskets or in a clay pot like this one, it will need to be properly hydrated to be able to grow. But more than that, it's definitely one of my favorite orchids right now. It's not a tiny orchid though, you need a space to have it, but it's smaller than a big Vanda, so we have some advantage in there. And it is so beautiful, so beautiful. I'm so in love. I think now I want a Bangkok sunset as well, and maybe I want a Renanthera as well, another one. Because come on, who doesn't love this type of blooms? I think we all do, right? And that was it. I hope you enjoyed the video today. If you did, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.